Right, so today is the last day before the flush. So the actual flush will happen in the morning. I am on a 36-hour water fast at the moment, which is going surprisingly well because I haven't done one for about 4 months. So today I've got to start taking my Epsom salt drinks. And before I do that, I want to do my 4-litre enema, because before the actual flush, I need to do an enema, and then after the actual flush, I need to do another enema to remove all the excess stones. So I thought this would be a good time to do a video on enemas, because if you're anything like I was, when I heard that people did their own enemas, A, I was grossed out, and B, I was totally intrigued, and C, I was horrified and scared. I was an anal virgin before enemas came into my life, and so stuff like that totally freaked me out. But I understood how beneficial it was, so I gave it a go. I have a 4-litre enema kit, which I got on Amazon. If you like, I'll put the link below. So it's got a little hook that you can hook it up on something high. And then the bag, this is a 4-litre bag, but you get all different sizes of bags. The 4-litre suits me fine. Then you get a hose. So the hose, the tap, and then the badger. So this is the applicator. Just stick it in here. And this is what's going to go in your bum. Now, look how, guys, it's really small. I mean, I was like, oh my God, how am I actually going to get that in there? Because with the original packet, with the original package, I got it was this one, and then there was a smaller, thinner, straighter one. And so I used the smaller, thinner, straighter one, which got lost. Not in my bum. I don't know where it got lost. My husband probably got pissed off with me and hid it somewhere. Anything's possible, right? So, okay, so let's start with this. So what we're going to do is I only use distilled water for my enemas. It is better to use distilled or filtered water because the job of your colon is to absorb water. So if you're going to use normal tap water, just remember, be aware of what's in your tap water, and that is going to be taken up by your colon straight away. Filtered or distilled water is better. Also, if your water is warmer, that's better. If you use cold water, you can feel it going in, and it's very uncomfortable. And I think, the whole thing with, you need warm water to get rid of grease. That warm water works better to get rid of grease. I feel that's the same with enemas. Warm water seems to be a lot more effective. I don't know if it sort of melts things more, or I don't know, that sounds disgusting. I don't know how to put it in a more subtle way, but we are talking about enemas. So 40 degrees is the optimal temperature you want. I don't know how hot mine are. I usually just, I just feel it. And if it feels good, then that's what I'll use. And if I warm it up, so I'll take my distilled water and I'll put it in the kettle, and then put the kettle on, and then just keep my hand in there until I can feel that the water's warm enough. Decant it into here. But before you put the water in your bag, make sure that your little clip's closed, because I've done that before. Make sure this is closed, otherwise the water just comes gushing out the pipe. Okay, then you're going to hang your bag up higher than where you're going to be. Okay, so I've got a little gown hook on the back of my bedroom door. I just hang it on there. I have hung it on door handles before, but I just find the higher the better. This depends on you. I know I can make it from my bedroom to the bathroom. Lots of people feel like they can't, so maybe on your first go, try doing it in the bathroom so you're closer to the toilet. I do warn you though that once you've got the water in and you get up from a lying down position, when you get up to stand, you are putting a lot of pressure on your bowels. So just be aware of that. Also, if you're starting and you're a bit ungay like me, I was horrified of the thought of all of this going into my colon. So I started with 500 mils and then just work it up. I mean, you're not in a hurry. It's not a competition. Just 500 mils. Then when you're comfortable with that, go for a litre, then 2 litres, then 3 litres, 4 litres. I don't 4 litre all the time because it really is a lot for me. So I'm very comfortable with a 2 litre enema and I feel just fine with that on a daily basis. But when I have to do bigger ones for specific reasons, then the 4 litre will work. And then what you do is just put a towel down. So in case anything goes wrong, you're covered. Okay, so put a towel down. Put the applicator on the hose before you lay down, because I've done that too. I lay down and then I've forgotten the flippin' applicator. So put the applicator on and drop it down. Lay on your back. And then you need some sort of lubrication. Unless you like it rough. I don't know. But I used organic coconut oil. I have run out of this and used olive oil. So, as long as it's, if you can put it in your mouth, you can put it in your anus, I suppose. that just went in a whole new direction. But I mean, like food-wise, if you can eat it, you can rub it on your anus, right? Okay, so lubrication, and then I always keep some toilet paper, because once you've applied the lubrication, you need to just wipe your hands on something. Now, you just need enough lubrication to get this guy in and out. Okay, it's not an oil wrestle. So I've got a friend who sort of lathered herself in it. It's not necessary, just enough to go in and out. Okay, now you're laying there, you've lubricated. Now you need to insert this. What you need to remember is that your anus has 2 sphincters. So you've got your external anal sphincter and your internal anus sphincter, which is just, before your rectum. So anus, sphincter, so sphincter, anus, sphincter, rectum. So this guy's got to go through both sphincters. Okay, so that's important, because if you just get it in between the two, it's very uncomfortable and it's not going to work. The water's just going to leak out. So you've got to go through both of them. The best way to get this in is take a deep breath, and then as you breathe out, everything relaxes. And as you're breathing out, then gently insert it. All right? Unless you like it rough. When you insert it, put it in up and towards your spine a little, so at a little bit of an angle. Yeah, I think it's also a bit like, for the girls, I think it's like a bit like inserting a tampon, it's the same kind of angle. All right, so once this guy's in, roll over, but feel that it's in very deep. Okay, try and get it in as much as possible. Because the deeper it is, the easier it is to get the water in, and you don't feel like it's going to push out all the time, because naturally your body's going to try and push it out. Okay, so you're on your back, you've got this inserted. Now what you're going to do is you're going to roll over onto your left side, because you want the water to come in your anus and down your descending colon, right? So if you lay on your side, it will help the water, guide the water more, more easily with gravity and all of that. If you can get the water all the way around your colon, that's amazing. But, see how it goes. If the water's going in and you suddenly get like a cramp or a pain or it feels really uncomfortable, that is because something is blocking the water from coming in. So you can either just sort of massage your abdomen where you feel the block with the pain is, or you can roll onto your back and sort of like wiggle, roll onto the other side. So just move the water around a bit until it dislodges whatever the blockage is. And then stop, also when if you're a virgin like I was, I just let this go a little bit until I was confident enough to open the tap fully. And also the amount of water that comes out of here, I don't know if you can see, it's tiny little holes. You see? So the water doesn't come gushing through. It's not like a pressure wash. It's a gentle trickle. But that still scared the hell out of me. So I would, just carefully, gently, step by baby step. Okay, so if you have a pain, stop the flow and then wriggle or massage. And then sometimes you'll actually hear the water moving around. And then once the pain or discomfort's gone, well, back onto your left side. Keep your left leg straight and your right leg bent. Okay, that's how my legs look. What I do, I'm so losing all my sexy points here, is I lay with my left leg straight and then I kind of, like scissor my right leg, because every time I lift my leg as it's bent, it sort of pushes against my abdomen. So it sort of, massages the water in deeper or closer. I don't know, but it works for me. And I also feel I concentrate more on my leg moving than what's happening in my colon. And I probably also have one really great gluteus maximus on the right-hand side, and then the left-hand side's all a bit small and saggy. So I probably shouldn't recommend that. But anyway, okay, then so watch the bag to see how much water, when it's finishing. So it will be fat and then it will deflate into a flat bag, and you'll hear it sort of make a sucking sound when it empties, and you'll see the water level coming down. So what I do is and the water level doesn't go all the way through the pipe into your anus. There will always be water left in the pipe, unless there's a magic trick I don't know about. But so then just close the tap, pull the badger out. And now the best thing to do, you should have the water in for at least 10 minutes. 10 minutes is a good time to have that water in there doing a really good thorough clean. I've never been able to keep it in for 10 minutes. I think 5 has been the most I could keep it in for. I also found that once I fasted, I enema better. So I can hold the water longer and I can hold a lot more water for obvious reasons. But anyway, so, and then try and, do a dance, do a handstand. Do not sneeze or cough. Okay. And then I always have the toilet ready, because sometimes I think that I'm tit and I can do this for days. And then suddenly I'm like, oh my God, and I barely make it to the toilet. But, some days I can run the bath, get the kids' rooms ready for bedtime. And then other days I just can't. Other days I close the tap, get up, and I have to go to the loo. So I don't know if it's just me or if that's normal. Anyway, and then while you're sitting on the toilet, don't think that as soon as that first flush comes out that it's over. It's not. Wait for it. You'll feel like a lot of water, and then you'll feel like a lot of water and like lumps. And then at the end of your enema, you will have like a brown, pasty kind of poo. And when that finishes, then you know your enema's finished. Okay? You can redo it and redo it and redo it until nothing comes out but clean water. That is the best thing to do, but I just do not have the time, although I'd love to do that. And while you're sitting on the toilet, massage your abdomen, lift your right leg, like squeeze it up into your chest, lift your left leg, squeeze it up into your chest, and just like really squeeze your abdomen and your colon to, get it all. I mean, you're there, you may as well do it properly, right? And then when that's all done, I have a real good shower. I'm going to do my Epsom salts now. Wish me luck. And good luck, everybody. And don't forget to flush.